All right. So F Money says, I've been having a hard time finding a cybersecurity job for years now. I work at a help desk for 2 years, and I have a CompTIA Network Plus, a Linux Plus, a Pen Plus, and a Security Plus, a Google cybersecurity certification. So normally, whenever I get this a lot, F Money, that this same exact wording, and I laugh because it's the same. It's usually the same problem. It's two things. It's that they don't have an ATS style resume. They have a poor resume. The resume is not good. Usually, that's what it is. It's not emphasizing what they do in the resume, and you have years of experience. So you should have you should have some really, really good stuff. In 2 years, you could amass a whole bunch of stuff on your resume. So it's usually their resume, and they're not putting their resume everywhere. It's those two things. Once you solve those two things, you for sure will get opportunities coming to you. You might not like all of the opportunities, but you definitely will. So I could show you a place where you could give you an idea of what things that you put on your resume if you're trying to do cybersecurity. You probably want to specialize. It looks like you could easily specialize in security because you have a security plus, a pen plus, pen test plus, and another security certificate from Google. So let's start there. So let me show you my screen here. I'm going to type. Want to follow along? CIS V8. And CIS V8 is a standard that a lot of organizations use, and all it does is break down the best security practices. Now, my guess is that you're not putting the best security practices on your resume. And if I'm right, this will fix a lot of problems for you. So these are security best practices. These are things that need to be put on your resume. If you're trying to specialize in security, you should know that these are some of the things that organizations are looking for. And I'll show you another one too. So here's the categories. And so if you happen to be listening to me, or you're on you're on TikTok, or you can't see my screen, I'll read a few of them. There's 18. There's 18 different security controls that the CIS V8 has. And I'll read a few of them. It's things that you wouldn't think that are security related, but they are. Inventory and control of enterprise assets. Inventory and control of software assets. So hardware inventory, software inventory, data protection, that's like encryption. Secure configuration of the enterprise assets. This is like configuration if you've ever done an image where that image is going to be across your entire organization. That's what that means, like securing the actual security features and then putting that same security features image everywhere. Account management, access control management, audit log management, email and web browser protection, network infrastructure management, data recovery, continuous vulnerability management. That's a big one. Network monitoring, continuous monitoring is a big one. Security awareness and skills training, like you doing the actual training, or you implementing, you putting the training forward, training others, or you getting the training. Being a part of the training, like actually putting the module together for the training. Another one is pen testing, incident response management, application software security, service provider management. So these are some of the main best security practices that you could put on your resume. But let me take it a step further. What I want to do is I want to show you what I would do if I were you to improve my stance on this. So what I'm going to do is go to LinkedIn, and we're going to specialize in security. So if I were you, this is what I'd do. If I get, man, what's going on with this thing? There we go. All right. So here I am on LinkedIn, and you don't have to use LinkedIn. You can use any other job site. Well, no, actually for this, what I'm about to show you is especially for LinkedIn. So I'm going to type in cyber security specialist. specialist. Right? So this is what you should focus on. Now, you can go to jobs, and this is going to help you. And you can do this on any job aggregator, but there's something on here that you can only do that I have only been able to reproduce on LinkedIn, and that's go to people. So I typed in what job I want, cybersecurity specialist, but you can put analyst or whatever you want. And then I look at these people's resume. You notice how it comes up with these top people? The reason why is because these people have the best resume in this category. And so you want to take a look at theirs. So I'm going to take a look at this guy's right here. And it's going to show me some of what I'm looking for is keywords and key phrases. Things like in this particular field that's popping up is that he is a project delivery senior consultant, a program manager, a defense cyber operations superintendent. Now this guy's he's like a manager, so it's probably not what I want. So let me skip this guy. Go on to another guy. I want like an engineer. I want like a person in the weeds, because coming off help desk, more than likely, unless you have a lot of background in management, that guy's not going to help us out. Okay, so now we're looking at his resume. This guy doesn't really have his. Okay, here we go. Here's a little something from his resume. I'm looking for keywords. This guy's a cloud specialist. And before that, he was a cybersecurity specialist in the Army. And I'm still looking for keywords here. Okay, here's one. MITRE ATT&CK. So if you're familiar with the MITRE ATT&CK framework, you want to put that on your resume. Here's another one. SIEM, NIST. That's another one. He doesn't have a lot of keywords in here. And that's good news, because that means this is not very marketable. We could dominate this market because these guys, their resumes aren't that great. Let me see. So this guy has some okay. Now this is not a great one. Let me see. We'll find one. Let's keep going down the list. Cybersecurity specialist. Here we go. Another cybersecurity specialist jobs. So SAIC, pretty good company, by the way. Cybersecurity specialist, cybersecurity analyst, virtualization engineer, storage virtualization engineer. What I'm doing is looking for keywords. Like, what are keywords that I can put on my resume that will help me out, that will be marketable once I post my stuff on LinkedIn? That's what I'm looking for. Another thing you can do is look at the jobs. Again, we're looking for keywords. We just typed in cybersecurity specialist, and this is a principal cybersecurity specialist.